Live the way you want, not the way others expect you to. Whether you live up to their expectations or not, you will die without them, and you will win your own victories. When you feel bad, listen to nature. The silence of the world calms better than millions of unnecessary words. Nervously thinking about the future, people forget about the present, so they do not live either in the present or for the sake of the future. They live as if they will never die, and when they die, they realize that they never lived. In fact, life is simple, but we persistently complicate it. Three things never come back: time, word, opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time, choose words, do not miss the opportunity. Heaven and earth are separate, but they do one thing. In the pursuit of happiness, sometimes you just need to stop and be happy. Happiness is when you are understood. Great happiness is when you are loved. Real happiness is when you love. There is beauty in everything, but not everyone can see it. How can we know what death is when we don't yet know what life is? No matter how fast you move towards your goal, the main thing is not to stop. Without knowing fate, one cannot become a noble man. Without knowing what is due, it is impossible to find support in life. Without learning to understand the true meaning of words, it is impossible to know people. You hate, then you have been defeated. A perfect person seeks everything in himself, an insignificant person in others. A gem cannot be polished without friction. Similarly, a person cannot become successful without a sufficient number of difficult attempts. A worthy person does not follow in the footsteps of other people. In evaluating worldly affairs, a noble husband does not reject or approve anything, but measures everything with justice. Young people should not be treated with condescension. It is very possible that, having met you, they will become outstanding husbands. Only one who has achieved nothing by reaching the age of 40 or 50 does not deserve respect. How can you deal with someone you can't trust? If the wagon has no axle, how can you ride it? Not talking to a person who is worthy of talking means losing a person. And talking to a person who is not worthy of talking means losing words. The wise lose neither people nor words. The person expands the path, not the path expands the person. When meeting a worthy person, think about how to equal him. When meeting with a low person, look closely at yourself and judge yourself. The person who made a mistake and didn't fix it made another mistake. I don't get upset if people don't understand me. I get upset if I don't understand people. Observe the behavior of a person. Delve into the reasons for his actions. Look at him in his leisure hours. Will he then remain a mystery to you? 3 paths lead to knowledge. The path of reflection is the noblest path. The path of imitation is the easiest path. And the path of experience is the most bitter path. Study as if you are constantly feeling the lack of your knowledge, and as if you are constantly afraid of losing your knowledge. Real knowledge is knowing the extent of your ignorance. Learning without meditation is useless, but thinking without learning is dangerous. He who learns without thinking will fall into error. He who thinks without wanting to learn will be in difficulty. In ancient times, people studied in order to improve themselves. Now they study in order to surprise others. Blessed is he who knows nothing. He does not risk being misunderstood. Only the wisest and the most stupid are unteachable. Reverence without knowing what is due turns into self-torture. Caution without proper knowledge turns into cowardice. Courage without proper knowledge turns into recklessness. Straightforwardness without knowledge of the proper turns into rudeness. Add to diligent study the tempering action of ritual, and you will not go astray. Give instructions only to those who seek knowledge after discovering their ignorance. Help only those who do not know how to clearly express their cherished thoughts. Teach only those who are able, having learned about one corner of the square, to imagine the other three.